Welcome to this week's episode of Luv Subbin, and this week we have part one of a two-part series on the stuff that you need to make your RV trip successful.
Specifically for water, sewer, and electric.
Yep, because it's RV showtime right now, and people are out buying their new RVs or they're getting ready for that new season. We're going to show you the stuff that you need.
But today we're going to do the sewer part.
Because we figured we'd start with the crappy end of things. We'll move to water and electric next week.
And we have a special, experiment, right?
Yep, so before we get going with the rest of the video showing you what you need, we're going to move off inside and we're going to conduct some science, because we love science here at Luv Subbin.
Should be fun. Alright, this looks like fun. What is this?
Okay, we're back in the house here and we're going to engage in some science. Okay, so we're talking about water, electric, sewer. This part means the sewer part.
Yeah, it's a very important part of the sewer part.
And there's a lot of debate about RV toilet paper, right?
Yeah.
There's a
whether you should use it, how it works.
Well, you need to use toilet paper.
Yes.
It's whether what you should do with it afterwards.
That is true.
But we do have here 3 different types of toilet paper. We have toilet paper from our house, the toilet paper we use, which is Scott's RV toilet paper, and some toilet paper that we won for free from Pete's RV as a different RV toilet paper. So what's the first thing you do when you do an experiment?
I don't know.
You state your null hypotheses. Okay, so our null hypothesis is that there is no difference between any of these 3 toilet papers.
Okay.
There's no difference. That's our null hypothesis.
These actually look very similar.
Yep, they're the same brand.
And we'll see if they work.
This one's decidedly thinner.
Yes.
So what we're going to do is we're going to put the toilet paper into the glass. We're going to let them sit overnight. But first I think we need to add some realism. To do that, to our water here, let's see, that's 1 drop. Oh yeah, that's full blown on. That's not like I drank a lot of water bathroom, that's normal bathrooms. Just 1 drop will do it.
About that. That's
so we're
starting
gonna
to look like yellow snow there.
So anyway, we're going to go ahead and put these in.
See what happens.
We're going to let them sit overnight.
We did 2 sheets each one.
Yep, same amount of water. And we'll see you tomorrow and we'll see what the results are.
See if any of them dissolve.
Science, I love science. Science and toilet papers are my favorite things.
All right, let's catch you tomorrow.
Okay, let's talk our sewer connections. First and foremost, gloves. At the end of this segment, I'll show you how to take them off properly. But we've seen some really disgusting things happen and people aren't wearing gloves. You've got to wear, I use the disposable kind as opposed to like dishwasher or rubber gloves. That way I can get rid of them after each time. But definitely this is probably the most important sanitary feature you can have for your sewer operations.
Yep, number 1.
Next, I carry 2 10-foot sewer dump hoses. One of them set up for connection to the rig. The other one is an extension. That leads into these connections, which I have 2 of these. And you really only ever need 1. And that allows you to put 1 here and 1 here.
There it goes.
And you can make that connection. So I know a lot of people have these pre-made things. I like having them so that I can custom design them. I also have a couple backup connections just in case one of them should fail. 2 things that you absolutely have to have. This donut. This is required in many states, and this is when you have your sewer connection is basically just a open like hole without threads. You would take this particular piece, this would go into your sewer hose.
That keeps everything contained somewhat.
All the smells and the contain, and that goes into there. This fits quite snugly, but this part never seems to fit, and I hate this thing. But nevertheless, they're required.
And if you have a recommendation for something better, comment below.
Right. What's better is this connection here, in which you can actually screw it into the sewer connection, and therefore instead of having just this kind of crappy donut, this thing here will fit in.
That would seem to work better.
And you have a nice firm connection. This one here I'm much greater confidence in. If I have to use this, I'm standing right there holding that thing while it's dumping, and it's kind of a pain in the butt, so kind of need that. I talked previously about the wand of nastiness. We do not have a black tank flush system, so what this thing will do is allow us every now and then to clean out by inserting this into the toilet with the garden hose. It'll flush out the toilet if we in the holding tank if we have full connections.
And the garden hose is the green hose.
Yes, never with your drinking hose. I also have a series of hose clamps should I need to make some type of repair. We'll move on to the Blue Boy.
Is that a necessary thing, or is it a good thing to have?
The Blue Boy, I would say, would be a...
It depends on your camping style, I think.
Yes. I'm saying it's necessary because there's many times in which, yeah, you might have water hookup, electric hookup, but you don't always have full hookup. And your gray tank is always going to fill first, and that's where you can use this. So, to dump your gray tank, and then you can see in this picture above how you just kind of cart the little Blue Boy off to the dump station. I maintain a special sewer cap, which I can then hook onto the rig and screw right onto this location.
And that keeps it clean.
Right. I never use black water in this, ever. This is only for gray water.
So if you have a combined tank, like black and gray water tank, that might not be the best solution?
You could. Yeah, you just put black into here, and you would have to use this connection back here for the solids.
Oh, goodness. Okay.
Normally I just vent from this location, and then we'll dump from this location.
All right. I didn't know if you needed a special tank if you had a combined tank.
Nope, no, it's a good question, but I would just use this. I don't put black water into here simply because I don't want it smelling up. It's funny, when this thing goes into the hot temperatures, it swells.
Oh.
If you don't vent it. And if you had biologics in there,
well,
of a more ferocious type.
Plus we have a bigger black water tank than we do a gray water tank, correct? Or we just don't fill it up as much?
Our gray and black are of equal capacities, both 22 gallons. It's just that with sink water, showers, dishes, you fill up the gray a lot more. Okay, here's a tip for taking off your disposable gloves. And if you're a medical professional, you probably can do this 10 times better than me. But here's one of the ways in which I do it so as not to get any contamination. Grab here without touching your skin, pull off, grab, come in from behind, underneath, and then pull off.
And that's in a little package.
And then you've never touched the exterior of the glove. So it has been 24 hours since we put the toilet paper in the simulated blank tank conditions. What do you think?
I don't know. They don't look...
Yeah.
Well, that one looks like it might have something happening to it. That one doesn't. That one looks a little lighter, but...
Yep, so what we have here is, this is the household, just to reiterate. This is the Scott's RV toilet paper, and this is the Camco RV toilet paper. So yeah, I thought they were gonna just like disintegrate, yeah, and just like be completely in solution, and they're not. So
we're gonna see what happens when we take them out. Maybe something different.
Let's shake them up a little bit. And that was to simulate, say, moving to a dump station. Get a little agitation on your tank.
Right, and just from a ply standpoint, this is the thinnest ply, and these two almost look identical. So let's see what happens when we pull it out. I think we're gonna have to take it out and pull it out. So yeah, see, that's the household one. That one's pretty much intact. Yeah. Let's pull this. This guy seems to have come apart a little bit. Oh goodness, it did. Yeah, he's like. Yeah, he's pretty much dissolved. It looked like it's in pieces. Yeah, he's like in... Alright, let's see what happens to the other one. That one's coming out... He kind of came out and... More or less intact? Yeah, look at that. Wow, and that was the one I was going to guess was going to do the best. Right. Just because from a ply standpoint, that's... It's the thinnest. It's the thinnest. But I would say this little guy's come apart the most. Right. So I think we have a winner, right?
Right. Well, we have to perform the final taste test.
I don't think so.
What?
Ew.
All right, we won't do that. But yeah, so I think pretty much our conclusion is that the toilet paper from Scott's RV toilet paper was different.
Performed the best.
So we can reject our null hypotheses and say that there was a difference. This one here clearly came apart more.
Right. And that's what you want, because you don't want things hanging up on your sensors or clogging your valves.
Yep. So that's kind of our conclusion.
Yeah.
So that kind of ends part 1 of our 2-part series. Next week, we'll be doing a similar thing.
With water and electric.
Right. We'll show you the electrical cords that we use, the autoformer that we use to keep our voltage maintained, and then we'll move over to the water side of things. We'll show you our hoses, yep, our connections, all of the different things that we use with the water side of things. Mm-hmm. And that'll be next Tuesday.
So if you enjoyed this video, give us a big thumbs up.
Click to subscribe if you haven't already done so. And
comment below if you have something that you do for your sewer that you bring along, or if you've tried interesting toilet paper experiments.
Absolutely. This is, in fact, this is a good science project for some of your RV and kids.
There you go.
But anyway, we come out with RV and Airstream related videos every Tuesday. We hope you enjoyed this one. See you next week.
Thanks for watching.